This video is going to show you how to create a table that's accessible in Canvas. Navigate to the pages in edit mode and bring up the rich text editor, which is shown here. In the rich text editor, you're going to select the tables icon, which is this item here. You want to select a drop down, and from here you highlight tables, move your mouse over the number of rows and the number of columns, and you can see at the bottom how many rows that you have selected, and simply it inserts it. So that's how you create a table in Canvas. So let's put some information in here. Let's just say I'm going to create this table of assignments. This may be the weeks, it may be like due dates, it may be topics, it may be assignments, and we're going to ignore these. So I'm just going to delete those by highlighting, and columns, and I'm going to delete those columns. So now I'm going to say this is week 1, week 2, and then it would have a date. This is September 2nd, 2025, and then the topic is how to create a poster, and maybe some other information here. So now the issue here is that you must have headers and it needs a caption so that the screen reader will properly read this to individuals that have sight problems. So let's look at this. One of the things before I make any corrections, I want to bring your attention to this area here at the bottom. This is your accessibility checker, and right now it's telling you that there's 2 issues with accessibility. So use this to help you, or I could manually show you, but we're going to go ahead and use this because normally this is what you would see and you want to check it. So it says tables should include a caption that describes the content. And then the next one is that your tables should include at least 1 header. So you can actually select those and create them and fix them here, or we can do it manually. And I'm going to do it manually so that you can see this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this row to make this a header. And then I'm going to select the drop down. I'm going to select row. I'm going to go to row properties, and the row type, I'm going to say that it's a header instead of a body. And I'm going to save it. So now this table would read it properly to the screen reader. You may want to also bold this or increase the font. However, this should be, I'm not sure why this is still not showing as a header here, but we'll go back into this. The other thing is that you also need to have a caption on here to tell the screen reader what this content is. So if we go back to the table properties, and you want to show the caption and save. So if you notice here, it puts caption here. So it may be assignments and due dates. So for someone who is sighted, they would not need to read assignments and due dates. You can leave that here, or you can go back into the properties table, the table's properties, and not show that caption. So the caption would still be read to the students, but it will be not shown to the sighted. So that's the basics of creating a accessible table. You can do that also for rows. And let's go here and look at your accessibility checker. It says add a caption. So you can add the caption, which was assignments and due dates, and apply that. Nothing, no headers here, so you can select and you can say this is a header row, and you saw that it adjusted the content, and now you see that the accessibility does not show any errors. So that's how you create an accessible table in Canvas.